Week 11 of the 2023 season, and we've got a couple teams searching for their first Super Bowl. It's the Browns and the Lions on Monday Night Prime Time.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it.
And players are creatures of habit. You can bet they enjoyed the time off, but you know they're also ready to get right back into the swing of things.
Season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played his college ball at Western Kentucky. He was a hilltopper. It's Mike White.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. White. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. They kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. And I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy... Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him, throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because...
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The play fake, now White. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. White looks to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Following the interception here, Mariota got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Mariota. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Browns at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Mariota. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So they thought they had to open more beyond the first down marker towards the receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and now we'll send them back to the drawing board.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Boyd. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Brian Johnson now for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. To throw, White. They're going deep for Hill.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is fielded at the 27. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. As they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Now Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there from the left hash. A chip shot here. And Johnson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's White. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 1st down, Mariota. Right side complete. That's Woods. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. So a change in possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10 to about the 23.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now White. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now White with a 1st down throw. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On 1st down, it's White. He's got Otten, and he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now White. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This one caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers in.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Cade Otten, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah,
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota.
And he gets this to Thornton.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, it's Mariota. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here
and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our E8.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Mariota. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Mariota again. Open man here is Conklin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw Mariota toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he's going to be marked down very close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. On 1st and 10, White.
This one taken in by Otten.
He's at the 50. 30.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead,
and they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
White looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the Browns getting set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. And he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop it.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a... Back now at Ford Field. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. Stiff-armed him.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw is Mariota. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked up.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown! Robert Woods, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Now for the PAT, here's Johnson.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. White. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early. And sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juice. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Here's White.
Quick slant to Otten.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Lions on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now White out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust. And unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout. And they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Having this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
That's good for the Lions.
Now White with a 1st down throw. Now he'll let this one go deep, right sideline. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Complete right side to Otten.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And it's caught. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. To throw, White. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Gabriel Davis
There to make the grab.
and the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Airing one out for Boyd. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Off play action, here's White. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On second down, this is Harris. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now White. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Mariota here to throw. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A first down throw for Mariota. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Mariota's throw taken in by Thornton. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing is Mariota. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marcus Mariota taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Browns, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now in the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit.
Bullies.